Hey, so welcome back to another day of the 100 Days Design Challenge with Xpress-Pixels. And today, we will be designing a flyer. Okay, so without further ado, let's just dive right into what we have for today. Alright, so of course, you know the drill. The first thing you do is create a canvas size, okay? So I'm going to create a canvas size of 1024 by 1000. Let me change this 1200 pixels. Better click enter. Here. Alright, so now the first thing I want to do is import my first resource, of course. So with my file, these are the resources I'm using today, these and these. So this is the first one. I'm going to take this, drag and drop it out of Photoshop. Alright, I'll just place this here. That's good. So let's increase these and here. Enter. I'm going to take this down. Alright, so now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go into my, I'll make sure this layer is selected. Okay, I'm going to my select, now I'm going to select the subject. When the subject is selected, so I'm just going to make a few changes. See, it left out this part. So I'm going to go into my selection tool. Okay, and I'm just going to, I'll make sure it's on plus, please. Down because I want to add. So I'm just going to go over here. Good. Alright. That's it. Alright, so what I'll just press is Ctrl J. So it just create a duplicated layer, okay, of this selected image. Now, right on this one at this back here, I'm going to come here and I'm going to go into my hue and saturation. I'm just going to toggle this colorize on. Okay. Then you adjust just 199 and saturation to 25. Good. So now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go into my text tool. Just come here and write the text, the word essence, okay? So ESSENCE. I'm going to select all of it. So to select, just press Ctrl A. I'm going to change the font here to let's say okay, Mozambique, and I'm going to this size here. It's too far apart, so I'm going to reduce this. Let me just reduce to 0. Good. Alright, so let me increase the size of the text. Let's just increase it from here. So I'll just drag right across. Good. This is okay. Alright, so after increasing the text, what I want to do now, I'm going to drag it and place it right behind this duplicated image here. I'm going to place this right behind this duplicated image here. And after I place that, I'm just going to convert it to a smart object. I'm going to right click. Okay, I'm going to go into convert to smart object. After converting to smart object, I'm going to press Ctrl T. That's to transform. Then I'll right click on it and I'm going to warp. Alright, so let's just drag this down. Let's take this up. Okay, let's pull this out. Wow, the text essence. Good. So you just adjust to fit anyhow you want it. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go into my filter. I'm going to go to blur, and then I'm going to go to Gaussian blur. Alright, that's good. So your Gaussian blur set around 0.8. This is okay. Alright, so now I'm going to go into the next thing I have to add here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a layer. Alright, I'm going to go into my gradients tool here. When you click on it, make sure what is selected here. You click here to select the color. Now this top part is talking about how the opacity of it. If I click here, the opacity appears, talking about how transparent it is, and this down part is the color. The same thing too to this side. If you look at here, you're having white, so it's showing that the opacity is at 0. I get me. And here is the color, so you can use this. So this is the color code I'm using, 111D24 for this part, and here I'm using a color code of 182932. Just click OK and OK. So I'm going to leave my header. So once I'm done with that, then I'm just going to drag from here to the top. Alright. What I want to do now, I'm going to reduce a shift and I'm just going to drag this and place this. Alright, so now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go into my file where I have my resources, and then I'm just going to drag and drop out of Photoshop. Place this here. So I'm going to increase this to take up the full size. Enter. So to blend this with this background, I'm just going to press Shift Alt S. Alright, so that's to blend the screen. And then I'm just going to lock it so that it does not move around while I'm doing all that. Okay, now so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go into my shape tool, make sure rectangular tool is selected, and then just drag right across. Alright, so this is okay. So now I'm going to increase the radius, just drag this inside, increase the radius to whatever size you're comfortable with. Let me drag this and place in the center. Alright, so after it is the center, after placing in the center, I'm going to, here you have fill, I'm just going to click on transparent. I don't want any color inside. Then the stroke, I'm just going to add the white stroke. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the size of the stroke right here. Just drop it and click on it and just drag. Alright, I think this is okay. I'm going to change the stroke format. I want it to be broken line, so I'm going to select the broken lines. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the text. Okay, so right inside I'm just going to write the text, and let's say some set of numbers like money values. Let's say $600. Shift again, like say let's say $512, then $200. Let's adjust that again, let's say $100. I think this is okay. Control A. Let's reduce the size of this. Alright, so let's drag this text to the middle. Yeah, I'm going to change the font of this. I'm going to change the font to Monument. I'm going to change the font to Monumental. So for those of you that might want to know the font I'm using Monument. Monument Extended Regular. That is the font I'll be using for this here. I'll click on it, and then I'm going to reduce the size. Okay, so reduce the size. Let's just enter into this. Good. Alright, so the next thing I want to add is like a title of this. The title is Essence, right? So EXSEENCE. I'm going to select all of it. I'm going to change the font. So the font I'll be in here is Terminal Test. Terminal Test is almost the same as, if not even the same, not the same anyways, but it's almost the same as Monument. So that is why I decided to use this. Now the reason why I used Terminal Monument initially was because Terminal Test just have for values alone. It does not have for it has for alphabets alone. It does not have for numbers. So it's not numerical, it's just alphabetical. Okay, then I'm just going to raise this up a bit. Good. Next I'm going to do, let me just duplicate this. I'll press Alt, I'm going to click and drag down. Okay. And I'm going to change this to, let's say, Volt 17. I'm going to select all of this, reduce the size of this. Sorry, I said so I said terminal text does not have numerical values. Sorry, I meant to say it does not have symbol values. I wanted to talk about the dollars. It does not have symbol values. So I'm going to reduce the size of this bit. Okay, reduce the size of this. Enter. So I'm just going to adjust this and place this down here a bit. Let me take this down. I'm going to click enter. Good. I think this font is still too bold somehow. The weight is too bold. Let's use medium. Alright, that works. So let's adjust this. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to add next resource I'll be using here, which is this right here. So I'm going to take this, drag and drop side of Photoshop, and we're going to place this here. So I'm going to reduce this. Alright, reduce it, rotate it. I want to place this right here. Good. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to drag behind this image here that was duplicated initially, and I'm going to add a filter. I'm going to add a blur, Gaussian blur. Okay, that's too much. Let's reduce it a bit, and I'm going to click OK. So I'm still going to add I'm going to go into my filter again, still that save. So if I added the same resource I added initially, I'm just going to add it at this corner here. I'm going to rotate this outside, also rotate this here, this is here. Okay, I'm going to go into my filter again. I'm going to go into my blur. I'm using motion blur, and okay, say a motion blur around 36 or something. Now I'm going to add the last stuff I'll be using here, which is this shape tool here. I'm just going to drag right across here, the shape tool. I'm going to centralize it. I'm just going to drag this to the middle, and I'm going to add the radius. Bring this down. I'm going to add the radius right across. Good. Bring this down, enter. Alright, so I'm going to increase the radius. I want it to be curved at the edge, even if it's not perfect, a bit at most. Good. Alright, so I'm going to change the color of this. I'm going to use a darker shade of blue. Alright, so I'm just going to drag this here. Enter. I'm going to add my last text, so which is I'm going to click my text tool and I'm going to write the text book now. So BANO. I'm going to select all of it and I'm going to reduce the size. Alright, so I'm going to drag it right into this here. I'm going to space it out. Good. So let me see, reduce the size. Enter, and I'm going to drag it so you can see. And now I'm going to drag it in. This here. Enter. So one thing we're going to do, let's drag this right in front of this. Okay. Good. Alright. So with this now we've come to the end of the design. It's a very simple one. Alright, one last thing we need to let's just take a screenshot of this so we can edit it independently. So we press Shift Ctrl Alt E to take a screenshot. Let's go into our filter and then into our camera raw filter. Once it opens, I'm going to go to my basic here, increase my texture of course to the highest, increase clarity a bit. Okay, now I'm going to increase the vibrance. Alright, the vibrance. Alright, and I'm going to click on OK. Let that take effect. Alright, so this is the design. Good. And now with that, we've come to the end of our design for today. I hope you learned something new. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever it is you're watching from. Have a lovely day. Please do also like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Also, click the notification bell so you get notified for posting new video. Alright, have a wonderful day. Thank you for staying to the end. See you in the next one.